It's been a while since I've covered the Cosmos ecosystem on this channel because, as you know, it is Polkadot focused, so I try to cover all the updates from the Polkadot ecosystem, and it does take a lot of time and it is hard to follow other ecosystems as well as Polkadot, right? Unless you are just generally following them, right? So you know that something's going on in each ecosystem, but you don't know all the details. And so I'm also going to try and expand, I should say, over to Cosmos as well, so that I can cover both Polkadot and Cosmos and try to bring you videos every single week on both of these ecosystems, because some people that are watching this channel also support Cosmos. Some of you are invested in Solana ecosystem, some of you in Avalanche, but I am going to start off with Cosmos because I want to see how things go and if people actually watch these videos and if they enjoy them, of course. So we're going to kick it off with some of the top projects in the Cosmos ecosystem. Now, just to make you aware, I have not personally invested in Atom at all. Like, I don't hold any Atom. I don't hold any of the tokens within the Cosmos ecosystem. I am fully invested in the Polkadot ecosystem, but I am evaluating options at Cosmos ecosystem as well. So that's why I'm going to be going through different videos. I'm going to be evaluating different projects in videos, and then we're going to be discussing those. And I'll be telling you if I think anything is worth it personally for me to invest, and why I'm doing so, right? But for now, I'm just evaluating, right? So just seeing the opportunities right now in the market is amazing, especially if you hold some stable coins. Now, if you don't hold any stable coins, then it is nasty because you're pretty much all in crypto. You're stuck. You need to wait, unless, of course, you have a full-time job and you are investing small amounts of money. But yeah, some people do that. They have like a recurring payment where they reinvest a certain amount every single month when they get their salary. But yeah, let's talk about Cosmos just to not get off track here. So Cosmos is currently trading at $27.38. It's up 2% in the last 24 hours because the market is somewhat recovering, with Bitcoin around 39k now. And as we can see here, the market cap is 7.8 billion, which is much lower than Polkadot's market cap, which is sitting at over 17 billion. Okay, so it's not doing too bad here, and there are currently 286,370,000 tokens, or I should say coins, because it is a coin, right? And that's how many there are in circulation. I should have changed this to English. I still have this in Spanish because it changes it by default because I'm based in Spain and I always have to change coin market cap in English. But anyway, this is the number of coins in circulation here. So let's look at Cosmos's ecosystem a little bit here. I'm not going to spend too much time because there's quite a lot to cover. As you can see, there's a total market cap of 140.79 billion. If we're to sum up all the different dApps and all the different projects developing on Cosmos, so that is a huge market cap right now. The total IBC market cap is 72.4 billion. So let's take a look here at the different projects, the top ones at least, right? So Binance coins on Cosmos as well, they are supporting them, right? As you can see, their market cap is 61.9 billion. Terra is the second one, coming in at 33.96 billion here. Terra USD as well. Crypto.com is also on Cosmos, Cosmos Hub, OKX Chain, and then here comes Osmosis, which is another project that has been pretty hyped within the Cosmos ecosystem. And if you've been following Cosmos, you likely know what Osmosis is. If you're not, I'm going to talk a little bit about it now, and then we'll also take a look at Juno network, which is the one after it. And then later on in other videos, we're going to take a look at other ones as well and evaluate those. But these are like the top ones, right? They've already established themselves. We know they're not scams. We know they're delivering. And so we want to evaluate what is it that makes them so special, that sets them apart, right? And so here's Osmosis here. This is exactly on their website. Now, I don't have a Cosmos wallet, unfortunately. I will be installing one for the purposes of these videos. But for now, like I said, I am starting this off now with Cosmos. So I don't have one yet. I just wanted to have a quick look. So we can see that right now Osmosis is trading at 2.9 per atom, right? So with each atom you get 2.9 Osmo, and this is within their DEX. So ultimately what Osmosis are is basically a DEX, to keep things simple. They've got pools, they've got assets, and you can stake as well. So that's ultimately what you can do. You can do yield farming. It's basically like this really, it's like the Uniswap of Cosmos, if you want to think of it this way, right? This is what Osmosis is doing, right? So that's the beauty of it. But unlike Uniswap, you can't stake Uniswap. So with this one, you can actually stake Osmosis. So that kind of gives it the edge here. And if we go here to Kepler, which is actually, if you click on the stake button, it basically takes you to this web browser here. It tells you I don't have a wallet installed here. But if I would, and if I had some Osmo available, then it would actually give me this option here, the Cosmos Hub, Osmosis. I could stake it, and I could stake it to all these different validators. As you can see, there's a lot of validators here. They all have different voting powers, and they all have different commissions, right? And so as you can see, they're charging a 5% commission, a 6% commission. So it all depends who you want to be staking with here, right? A lot of people are staking. Stakefish are very popular. I believe they're also in the Polkadot ecosystem as well. They're creating basically validators in various ecosystems. And so they're running this hub of validators, and they're generating a lot of staking income. It's kind of like miners, except they're focusing on proof of stake. And so some companies who have funding, or some people, it could just be an individual or two, if they've got some development experience, they'll set up some VPS, and they'll run up a node. They'll launch a node, and then they'll start staking, and they'll market themselves in order for other people to stake on their node and generate that sweet passive income instead of using miners and mining proof of work cryptocurrency, right? And yeah, so Cosmos Station is probably the biggest one here. I mean, it is the biggest one here, but I'm very familiar with them because I've heard about them in the past, and it looks like they're still around. I think this is like something related to directly from the Cosmos team, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see, they've got a lot of voting power here for Osmo, 12,431 Osmo here. Or I should say, sorry, 12,431,000 Osmo here. That is a lot. That's our voting power. And if you are interested, you can actually stake by just going to manage here, and then of course you can stake. But because I don't have any Osmo, I can't actually show you how you can stake Osmo. Again, this is just an option here that is available to you if you are interested to look into this. And as you can see, we've got within this, there are different, what do we have? Different features here, right? Different chains. Look at this. This is awesome. So within this, if you click the drop down here, you could see the Osmosis chain is here. Then we've got Secret Network here, which you can also stake. We've got Acash here. We've got Crypto.org. We've got Certic, which is, wow, I didn't even know you can stake Certic, to be honest, which is that company that's dealing with the audits for smart contracts. Kava, which is a famous DeFi project that was launched on Binance back in the day, back in the bear market. I remember them very well. I have actually covered Kava back then as well. And they were actually, I believe they were on Ethereum, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if they kicked it off on Cosmos. Maybe they did. I can't remember exactly, to be honest, or if they were some other token, they were on some other blockchain at the beginning. But yeah, it looks like Kepler is basically a dApp where you can stake any of the top projects, I should say, on Cosmos, on the Cosmos ecosystem. So this is cool because it has everything all in one dApp here. It's kind of similar to Polkadot Web Wallet if you want to compare it to that, right? This is how it seems to me. So yeah, ultimately Osmosis, like I said, it is a DEX. Okay, you can supply liquidity, you can do yield farming here. They've got pools here. I don't have any pools available, but if you were to stake to various pools, it's pretty much like any other DEX that you're probably familiar with, except this is of course popular on the Cosmos ecosystem. Now next up, I want to take a look at the Juno network here. I should have taken a look at Thorchain, to be honest, but I've been told Juno is a good one, so I just wanted to have a look at it. And so looking at Juno's website here, smart contracts evolved. Use and create interoperable applications on Juno, a decentralized, public and permissionless network for cross-chain smart contracts. And so you can access their ecosystem from here. And look at this, like Juno has over 50 apps, contracts, tools, and over 2,000 DAOs built on Juno. So that tells you how big it's already gotten. It's like an ecosystem within an ecosystem, if you want to think of it this way. So we've got the Cosmos ecosystem, and then on top of that, we got Juno. And now on top of Juno, we've got other platforms building. It's kind of like if you want to compare it to Moonriver, because Moonriver is built on top of Kusama, and then on top of Moonriver, there are all these different dApps developing. So I think this is how this works, because it is in a smart contracts platform at the end of the day, right? So they've got DeFi, gamification, gaming, metaverse creation, etc., NFTs as well, and also privacy protocols, all on Juno here. So that tells you why the market cap of Juno is actually quite high, because if we look back here, it's sitting at 1.5 billion. Okay, so that is quite a lot. It's kind of comparable to Kusama, if you want to call it that way. And so if we look here within the Juno ecosystem, we could see they've even got different tabs here for the different types of projects that are available. The dApp one, the contracts one, the tools one, the DAO one. There's Juno Swap, there's DAO, there's NS, there's all these different projects, Juno Tools, Universe. Okay, so just think about the potential here, right? The potential is huge. It just brings you back to how it is in Polkadot, right? Within the Polkadot ecosystem, there are just so many different projects developing. Some of them want to create parachains, some of them are parathreads at the moment, some of them want to be on solo chains. Some of them are developing right now. We've never even heard of them, and we will be hearing about them, right? They're developing, they're on the radar. We don't know who they are yet, but they will be coming out very soon, right? So this is just an example of the potential you've got here, looking for these low cap gems, and one of these or a number of these are bound to do really well if you target the right one. And the real challenge here is to actually target the right one, because there are just so many different options here. Look at this. I mean, this list just goes on and on and on and on and on, right? It's huge, it's huge. But yeah, I mean, and this is only within Juno, right? And then we've got other projects that are built on top of Cosmos. I'm not sure if there's another Juno competitor within Cosmos. I am going to be evaluating that, and if there is, then we'll be looking to see if there's anything built on their ecosystem as well. And if not, then we'll have to see why. And if not, we'll have to try and evaluate something within Juno maybe, right? So yeah, this is the beauty of it, right? And I've also been told that Cosmos have been giving out a lot of airdrops. So basically, if you hold Atom in your wallet, you are getting airdrops of various tokens. And I'm not sure if they're referring to airdrops that are in this list or airdrops that could be even on Juno's list. For example, ones that are developing within the Juno ecosystem, maybe being airdropped to Atom holders. I'm not sure if this is the case, right? Let me know in the comments below if you've been following Cosmos for some time and if you know this. But ultimately, this is what I wanted to talk about here. I am going to be starting evaluating a lot of these projects. I have heard of Akash Network, for example, Iris Network as well, or Iris. So yeah, quite a lot of these. I've heard of Switcho. Of course, I used to follow Switcho. They actually started on Neo back in the day. They're a DEX. I should say it's a hybrid exchange, because you can also use it as a centralized exchange. They've developed on Cosmos ever since, and they're still doing quite well, right? Still 25 million market cap. It was a lot higher, but it has dumped quite a bit, right? With the bearish market now. But they've done really well, because I remember when they launched, the price went parabolic, right? From like 1/3 of a cent to like 7 cents in a matter of 2 months or so. So yeah, absolutely parabolic with the bull. But yeah, this is the idea here, is to try and find these gems by looking through this, by scanning these different projects within the ecosystem, and then talking about them and why I think they could do well, right? But yeah, this was just a starter video to kind of get you in this and to kind of reintroduce myself into this as well, because I've lost track now with being so focused on the Polkadot ecosystem. And just to let you know, no, I'm not going to give up on the Polkadot ecosystem. I just wanted to kind of do this cross-chain sort of way, let's say cross-chain presentation, if you want to call it that, for you, the viewer, right? So that you could get the best of both worlds, both from the Cosmos ecosystem and from the Polkadot ecosystem. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.